Hey everyone, Brick City Brown Chick coming at you this week with my short form topic. And this is about the lack of critical thinking. I have heard a lot of people in the last couple of months ask the question, what's wrong with America? And by extension, what's wrong with Americans? Why do Americans make the choices we make about fill in the blank, about politics, about our food choices, about our driving preferences, all those things? What is different between the America of 2025 versus the America of, say, 1990 or 1980 or 1960? Now, lots of things in this country have changed since those points in time, some for the better and some for the worse. And in my opinion, one of the things that's changed for the worse is people's ability to use common sense and to make connections of A to B to C to D rather than what we seem to have now is A to D to J to Z. And a perfect example of this is something that happened to my husband and I this past weekend. We decided to go out dancing. There's this place in Baltimore near where we live, which does a first Saturday of the month, like 80s dance party. And so that's the generation I'm from. I'm in my 50s. I was a teen in the 1980s. And so that's my jam. So whenever we can, we go to the first Saturday dance party at this little place that I won't name because I'm not trying to get them into trouble or cause issues. But it's a small place. It has an upstairs and a downstairs, and it's always hopping. If they're open, they've got a bunch of things going on at the same time. So we went there for 80s night, but they were also having a separate party downstairs, a different kind of dance party, probably geared toward 20 something, 30 something people, as opposed to the party upstairs, which is geared more toward 40, 50, 60 something people. Now they were having I assume, DJ downstairs dance party that was named after a famous musician. And the musician doesn't matter. You can fill in the blank with whoever your favorite musician is. So let's say, for example, they were having a dance party featuring Adele. Let's just say that. And so we're all crammed into this tiny entranceway. There's one way in and one way out of this club. So all the people who are going to the upstairs party and to the downstairs party, we're all crammed in the doorway. It's like 30 degrees outside with a 20-degree wind chill. It was cold. It was nasty. It was not the kind of night you want to be standing outside waiting to get in a nightclub. So everybody's pulling out their IDs because the doorman was carding everybody. And we get up and then we're standing off to the side waiting for people to figure out if they need to go upstairs or go inside to the other party. And I guess not everybody was clear on the downstairs dance party being hosted by a DJ. And I heard a woman say aloud, "Oh, we're going to the Adele party? You mean Adele's going to be here?" And my first thought was, this is a tiny bar in Baltimore. What in the world would make you think that if Adele was coming to Baltimore, she'd be coming here? It was just such a nonsensical statement, but she was being totally sincere and flabbergasted that Adele was going to be at this little nightclub in Baltimore. And all I could think was, This is exactly what's wrong with America. People are not using their higher power given critical skills to think things through before they say them out loud. It was just one of those wow moments. Did she really just say that? Yeah, she really did just say that. So that is my thought for this week. We really need to get back to focusing on critical thinking skills. And it just reminds me of high school. I remember my geometry teacher telling me that I was going to use this later in life, that it was going to be helpful. I have never used geometry since I left high school. And what I think they need to start saying instead is this is going to help you think logically. You will use geometry for critical thinking skills, not for a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's not what you're going to use it for. You're going to use it to be able to listen to what you're told, take a step back, and think about whether that really makes sense or if it's a load of crap. And I think if we as Americans could get back to critical thinking and not believing everything we're told, we'd be in a much better place. So that's my short thought for the week. I want to thank everybody for joining me. If you are not subscribed to the Brick City Brown Chick podcast, please do so. There will be a link somewhere immediately below me. And I look forward to seeing everybody again next week. Take care.